Take it away, Don. Hi, guys. Welcome to Lee Reacts. Hope everyone's having a good day. I'm trying. And we are back with, of course, Frank Zappa, live in New York once again for our Frank Friday pick of the week. The first part of this video was a request by our patron, Johnny F. And as always, thank you, my friend. I appreciate you. I added on I'm the Slime just because they're both kind of short, you know. And we've done a few tracks off of this album, and fantastic as always. Live Frank is kind of untouchable at points, you know. But we're here, 2 tracks. The first one is Honey, Don't You Want a Man Like Me? And the second one is I'm the Slime. So, like I said, thank you, Johnny. And if y'all want to watch any other Frank Zappa reactions, I will link my playlist up there at some point. There is a ton of videos in there. No lie. There really is. So yeah, here we go. If y'all aren't subscribed, please help brother out. Click that icon. There. It's right there. Alright, here we go. Frank Zappa, Honey, Don't You Want a Man Like Me? Zappa live in New York. 3, 2, 1, go.
Honey, honey, hey, baby, don't you want a man like me? Honey, honey, hey, baby, don't you want a man like me? He was the playboy type, he smoked a pipe, his favorite phrase was out of sight. He had an Irish setter. It was a singles bar, a Tuesday night, the moon was dim, the band was tight. They did the bump together.
What a splendid sight!
Run, dun, dun, dun.
Her teeth were white. The drinks were cheap. It was late.
Damn kids, bro.
He was glad that he met her. She was an office girl. My name is Betty. Her favorite group was Helen Reddy. They discussed the weather. Honey, honey, hey, baby, don't you want a man like me? Honey, honey,
Is that Fowler on the bass again?
Baby, don't you want a man like me? Honey, honey, hey, baby, don't you want a...
No, it's Patrick O'Hearn. Okay.
Don't you want a... She was a lonely sort, just a little too short. Her jokes were dumb.
That's
and her
Jobson on the
favorite
keys,
sport
I
was
think.
hockey in the
Eddie
winter.
Jobson. Arf.
He was duly impressed and was quick to suggest any sport with a and to be about the best as he jabbed his elbow in her.
Oh.
Get it, honey? Get it? Later on they went off to where the music was soft. The candles were dripping. They saw a real hippie who delivered their dinner.
This is awesome.
The rice was brown, and soon they found that the crowd around that had jammed the room, well, it seemed to be getting thinner. Honey, honey, hey, baby, don't you want a man like me? Honey, honey, hey, baby, don't you want a man like me? Honey, honey, hey,
Honey, honey.
baby, don't you wanna, baby, don't you wanna, baby, don't you wanna? He took her home to a motor court. She would not kiss him. He tried to ignore it, but it made him angry.
Made me angry. It made me so angry. I could have killed that lousy bitch.
Oh my.
He called her a slut, a pig, and a whore, a bitch, and a cunt, and she slammed the door.
It's getting worse and worse.
Petulant frenzy.
A petulant frenzy. This is a petulant frenzy. I'm petulant and I'm having a frenzy.
Demonetized.
On the sofa she weeps. Boo-hoo-hoo-hoo. She weeps and she weeps. Boo-hoo-hoo-hoo. She weeps and she peeps through the curtain. He just got in his car, but the battery's dead. So he asks to use the phone, and she gives him some head, and that's the end of the story.
What the fuck, bro?
Honey, honey, hey. Baby, don't you want a man like this? Honey, honey, hey. Oh, baby, don't you
Ruth
want
is
a
killing
man
it.
like this? Honey, honey, hey. Oh, baby, don't you wanna? Oh, baby, don't you wanna? Oh, baby, don't you wanna? Baby, don't you want a man sometime?
Ah,
1, 2, 3.
I'm the slime.
All right. I am gross and perverted. I'm obsessed and deranged. I have existed for years, but very little has changed. I'm the tool of the government and industry too, for I am destined to rule and regulate you. I might be vile and pernicious, but you can't look away. I make you think I'm delicious with the stuff that I say.
Those keys are wild,
The
man.
best you can get. Have you guessed me yet?
Jobson.
I'm the slime oozing out from your. Take it away, Don Pardo!
Yes!
Obey me while I lead you.
Yes!
And eat the garbage that I feed you.
Let's go.
Until the day that we don't need you. Don't go for help. No one will heed you. Your mind is totally controlled. It is stuffed into my mold. And you will do as you are told. Until the right to you are told. Take
That's
it away,
so
Frank.
wild. Take it away, Frank! Wow.
That's right, folks, don't touch that dial. I am the slime from the
My mind is blown right now, I'm not gonna lie.
I am the slime from the video.
No, I'm the slime. I'm the slime. I am the slime.
Video. Moving along on the video. I am the slime from the video. Can't stop the slime, people look at me go.
That's so crazy, that's the real Don Pardo. Ah. That is funky, bro. I bet this place was a party, bro. Oh my god. Don't touch that dial. Azia. Oh no. And that's it. Man, I love this CD so much. the handful of songs we've done from it, I just, it's such a party, man. It's so much fun. You can tell the band on stage, they are just loose. They are having a great time. The crowd is having an even better time. And Frank, this is Frank at his A game amongst A games. You know what I mean? Like, he never really had a B game. This is like S tier and compared to all the A's. He has never sounded better, and this on this album, and then like this era right here, for my taste at least. But I mean, every album's different. Every song that's the same on a different album is different. So I mean, like, it's so hard to pick favorites of this dude. So I really try not to. I just try to enjoy his music. It's different for other bands because you can more easily rate and like weigh the scale of their stuff. Frank is so different because there's nothing played the same twice. Everything's like improv. It's all different. I mean, there's obviously specific like motifs or parts that that he brings back and actually uses, but like the actual other parts of the song, he's just interchangeable and he just goes off. He does what he wants to do. I just love it, man. Like, no matter what, Frank was never going to change. Like, Frank was Frank. Doesn't matter if there was like a hurricane outside, like he was just going to stand there, and the world needs more people like that, for better or for worse, the people that just don't change, I don't know. It's kind of hard to explain. And people like me who are very, not easily changed, but I take in new information very well. And then I reassess my views and everything from said new information, as long as the new information isn't like corrupted, you know what I mean? But there's some people in this world, especially creatives, that they're just stuck in their ways. And that's good. Like, stay stuck in that way. Frank was the most prolific musician that ever lived, basically, of our generation. At least in like output and then quality of said output, there's nobody that compares on that level. Not everything is like my favorite, as I think most Frank Zappa fans, they've got their specific niches of his genre that they like, both of these would be up my alley, because the first one, there's comedy and the voices and the vocals going back and forth and the story being told. But there's also like, the perfect kind of little instrumental that went along with it. It wasn't too much, but it was also just enough to satiate your ears. It's not too overboard. And then you get to the next one, and Don fucking Pardo. That's amazing. And I know the take it away, Don. That's why I said it in the beginning, but I didn't have any idea, man. That's crazy. That's hilarious. He finally got to do it. And that was savage. His vocals, that's crazy. Just like his speaking, booming voice he has, and he just sounded so cool with the instrumental just going wild with his, vocals on top of it, basically. I think that was the coolest part of both of those songs. But both of those songs were just tight all the way through, no matter what. To be honest, they're 4.5 minutes of goodness live in New York. Let me see who we got. All right, Frank Zappa, conductor, lead guitar, vocals, producer. That's what I was gonna say. I did like the orchestral flair that was in that second song too. It kind of popped up in the first one too, but they went real heavy with it in the second one. Like, it felt like a full-on like symphony movement sort of thing. It was so cool. That was so epic. Ray White on rhythm guitar and vocals, Eddie Jobson keyboards, violin, vocals, Patrick O'Hearn on bass guitar, Terry Bozzio on drums, Ruth Underwood on percussion, synthesizer, and various humanly impossible overdubs. Lou Marini on alto sax, Mike Brecker, tenor sax and flute, Ronnie Kuber, baritone sax, clarinet, Randy Brecker, trumpet, Tom Malone, trombone and piccolo, Don Pardo on sophisticated narration, David Samuels on the timpani and vibes, John Bergamo, percussion overdubs, Ed Mann, percussion overdubs, and that is it. And apparently Dweezil did the cover photo for this album. That's really cool. I've always loved that cover since I first saw it. That is such a cool cover, especially for 1976. Not saying y'all didn't have awesome covers back then, but that cover looks like a cover from these days. They're like, the past 10, 15 years almost. He was thinking ahead. It was recorded 1976. It wasn't released until March 3rd, 1978. So they sat on it for a year or two. Warner Brothers Records distributed it. I don't know if they still own it, so I'll take that back actually, because it's probably UMG again. God damn it. That's okay. UMG, you guys are awesome. Oh yeah, it was recorded at the Palladium in New York City, December 1976. There was a bunch of different concerts. There's a bunch of different versions of this album too. There's the unedited version from 77. There's the 78 edited version. There's the 1991 CD version, 40th anniversary, the 3-disc LP, and then the 2019 40th anniversary 5 CD edition. Insane, man. It's so cool. And that's the other album cover. It's just Zappa in New York on a manhole cover. That is awesome. And it says cover, or it says deluxe, my bad. We've done, what, Punky's Whips from this. We've done Black Page. I think we did Anima Bandit from this one. There's a couple different ones, but that was probably my favorite one. I'm not going to lie. That 4-minute track there from I'm the Slime. From Don Pardo's epic vocals to his pristine tone and just perfect entrance and exit when he solos in that song. I don't know if it was overdubs or actual live like orchestral stuff they had going on there, but the strings and the brass, just piercing sound. It was epic. You know what I'm saying? That's the only word to describe that song, was epic. The first one of his comedy songs, like I said, with some instrumentation to, satiate your appetite. It tells a very controversial story, but I mean, he's probably just kidding around. He's Frank, He's taking a dump on my wall right now, so what are you going to do? I definitely liked I'm the Slime the best, but like I said, it's not a competition, and thank you, Johnny, for that. That was awesome. I don't know what else we have to do to finish this album. We've done a lot of it. We really have. We've probably, for the past 9 to 10 months, we've done a few videos from this concert. So I'll have to go back through and see which ones I haven't done, because I'm definitely down for more, because this is peak Zappa right here, and that's really hard to pin down, It's like with the Beatles, it's hard to pin down like their peak, because they had multiple peaks. Frank is just like, whoa, he's just all over the place. Like there's a whole like tesseract spectrum of Frank Zappa's music, you know what I mean? And this seems to be like at the nexus of it. It's just so good. That was just 2 4-minute songs, and that's just made my night. Like I wasn't even feeling like, I was honestly gonna take a night off tonight. I wasn't gonna do nothing. And I was like, you know what? I'm gonna sit down and do one video, and then we'll go from there. Now I'm ready to do the rest of the night. Thanks, Frank. I appreciate you. That was a perfect taste of Zappa. That's weird. Thanks for watching, guys. And as always, we do this every Friday. Like I said, 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. There'll be another one next week. I think our resident Zappa head, Mr. Peter K, I think got something together for us. So we're going to try, I guess, and tackle next week. I don't know exactly what it is, but should be fun. I will see you there. Obviously, I'm the Slime was the best here, but I'm not going to ramble on about it anymore. Fantastic work. Bazio, he got more of his action in the second song, and I liked him and Patrick kind of alternating with the rhythm, but then they kind of would coalesce and do their own thing. But it's kind of hard to focus on like certain aspects of like the live Frank stuff, especially this, because there's so much going on. Because I wanted to listen to Frank's vocals and then Don Pardo's vocals and then the guitar solo and the strings and like the brass, but then there's the rhythm section and the drumming. Like there's so much going on. I don't know how he comes up with it. I don't know how he does it, but he does, and it works, and it's amazing. I can't get enough, bro. I've been doing this shit for a whole ass year. Half the people don't even watch these videos anymore. They don't. They really, all the Frank Zappa people, they're gone, except for like a few of y'all. I still do it though, because I enjoy his music, so it's all good. I'll see y'all later. I forgot to say one thing. We got a really cool Patreon community. We'd love to have you. If you come, join the $15 tier or up, you get 1 free request a month, just like a video, just like this. There's also PayPal as well if you want to send the request in that way. You can also send a tip if you're feeling generous. That's always cool too. But if you get joined any Patreon tier, you get access to all of our blocked videos, our patrons only Discord server where all the chit chat's happening. You want to come hang out? Like I said, we'd love to have you. See you later.